the challenges they are going through with regard to getting payments for work that they have done. Let's get onto the phone line now and speak to Kweku Amedume. He is spokesperson for the National Food Suppliers Association. They also owed some monies by government because they've been supplying food, to various senior high schools under the free SHS program, and they have not been paid. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Star.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for joining us. What is the current state of, should I say, the work that you have been doing for government, or the food items that you've been supplying to government when it comes to payments? What is the current state?
Thank you very much, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to make our views known to the public. It is rather embarrassing that each and every time that we work under this very policy, we will have to come and be speaking on radio or TV before we get paid. But be as it may, we cannot stop talking. Our 2024 arrears is what we've been asking for. Not only that, you know that this supplies, it is not only buffer stock that through which we work. We also work through commodity exchange. In other words, the food stuff that goes to the secondary schools, 50% are procured through commodity exchange and 50% is procured through a buffer stock. But it looks as if under commodity exchange, we have to go through a lot of stress in order to collect our money. Let me cite myself as an example so that I can make the issues very clear for your understanding and to the listeners' understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I did supply of 4,000 bags of maize. That is from the beginning of 2024. And that 4,000 bags, I've been chasing the money, and it was only last week that I had a hint of payment. Now, I've been told that they are deducting over 200,000 from my money. They are deducting over 200,000 from my money, and they are taking me a tax of 3%.
Deducting over 200,000 of the money that they're actually supposed to pay to you.
Yes, they're deducting over 200,000.
Why? And what is that deduction for?
It's about a claim of an audit report that showed that the weight I sent is not the required weight. But my brother, when you send the foodstuffs to the delivery centers, there are procedures you go through to check all these things. First of all, the headmaster take inventory of all the foods you brought and check the weight and check the quantity and check the quality. So do the storekeeper and the beggar, who is in other words the accountant. So all these three persons are the very people who sign your invoices for you to go and make your claims. So you go to make your claims, you pay your transport, you care all other expenditure to ensure that the food gets to the delivery centers. Then when you are demanding for money, the government takes 6 months, 7 months, then gives you and deducts over 250,000 Ghana cedis that you have delivered short with. And without giving you any notice, without even telling you that there has been any audit on your goods. If I have gone to supply goods and have delivered and I have left, and it has taken you 2 months, then you go back to say that the goods I have gone to deliver to your headmaster, it is short weight, and so you are surcharging me. Meanwhile, government has released the money, the total money, my invoice, government has paid to this year's. Why won't this year's pay my money in full? This is fraudulent. This is what is killing the system. This is what is killing the implementation of the policy. For instance, if you have taken out of 300,000, including tax, from my money that I'm supposed to get paid off, How do you expect me to go back and supply the food stuff to the schools? The implementers of this program are just thinking that those of us who have undertaken to support government policy don't have sense. Because they sit in air conditions, they don't know what goes on in delivery of food items to these secondary schools. So they think that it's just about making money in their pocket. Let me tell them, we are coming to collect our money whether they do the deduction or not. We are not going to name it picketing. We are not going to call it demonstration. Because it is only when you call it picketing or demonstration that they will use the police to frustrate us. We will go there and collect our money. We will sit in their office until they pay us our money. This is money we have worked for. They didn't give us money to go and procure the goods. We went to borrow money. And they say, we are borrowing, we are sacrificing our properties that we use as collateral to go and secure this loan to support government policy. We will not sit down for any government appointee to decide to suffocate this policy and suffocate our businesses and frustrate our operational activities. It will not happen today, it will not happen tomorrow. They should watch us. We'll be coming to their offices. When they wake up and go to their offices, their job is to see the smooth implementation of the policy. It is not to make money. If indeed it is a genuine claim of any audit report, why didn't they discuss that with me? Why didn't they tell the suppliers when we were demanding our money? They are paying us less than what we are supposed to pay. The prices of which we supplied, they are paying us on the 2023 prices. Today, as I speak with you, beans is 2,000 Ghana cedis and over. At the time I supplied beans was 1,100. A difference of about 900 Ghana cedis. Now, if you give me my money today, my money has devalued over 90%. And now you are taking over 30, over 300 and something thousand out of my money. Is it a joke?
How much are you owed in all?
In totality, we owed about 300 million Ghana cedis.
About 300 million Ghana cedis. That is owed to suppliers of food to senior high schools.
Yes.
And what explanation has been given to you that is accounting for the delay in paying you your monies?
It has been the usual story. We are working on it. But with the buffer stock, no supplier has received money for the 2024 arrears. But with the commodity exchange, it is only selected few who have been paid. And those who have been paid, they are subjected to fraudulent deductions. And the fraudulent deductions, that is what I'm talking about. That it will never stand. We will collect our money today, we'll collect it tomorrow.
So it's all right. So if I'm understanding you correctly, when you supply, all your papers and every box is checked and it's in order. But when it's time for the monies to be paid, then an audit report has sprung up on you that you didn't supply according to the appropriate weight. How is that? How are they not able to, or how are you not able to reconcile that with the procedures that you went through, with the headmaster, with the bearer of the school, and all of those people, to verify that this is actually what you were supposed to supply and that is what you supplied?
My brother, we don't even know how they arrive at that audit report, because at the time of delivery, the goods are sent and they are inspected, they are counted, they are checked, they are weighing scales in all the centers. So these weighing scales are used at every moment you send your items. So it is only upon weighing and satisfying that you brought the right weight that your invoices will be issued to you to even send to Accra. So even if at the
So you've mentioned that you'd use any means to get your money. You will sit at the offices and all of that. When are we going to start seeing you taking action? Hello? Okay, we seem to have lost. We seem to have lost him on the line. We've been speaking to him with regard to what government owes them, and he has been explaining to us. We've been speaking to Kweku Amedume. he's the spokesperson for the National Food Suppliers Association, and he's just been helping us understand, exactly what is going on with regard to payment of monies that they are owed because they supplied food to senior high schools. And he also talks about a certain kind of audit that has been done, which subjects them to deductions, and they don't understand all of that. So this is agitating them, and they are planning to use every legitimate means to collect their money. Of course, you heard Peter Nochukoto also talk about the fact that there are other, suppliers, those who supply palm oil. Even the one who has supplied the tablets to the schools has only been paid 10% of his money, among other things. But we'll work on the line and try and get Mr. Amedume back on the line. Hello, Mr. Amedume. We lost you earlier on the line.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. So I was asking before I lost you on the line that you've mentioned that you use every legitimate means, or should I say you picket, you go to the offices and all of that. When are we going to see you take all of this action?
You will hear from us. We don't want to call it demonstration because we don't even want to call it picketing. Because if it is a special arrangement in that way, the law requires that we seek protection, we seek police guidance and protection. But we don't want to call it any of that. In fact, there's no law that bars for demanding your money when a state institution is owing you. So in fact, we don't want to call it demonstration of picketing. We have a demand for our money. And when we get there, we will be there till we get our money. Because in our homes, we don't have homes anymore. Our creditors are in our homes. Some of these monies, we use our homes to secure the money. So we will sit in the offices until we get paid. And we don't want to say we are going to picket or demonstrate. We are going to demand for our money. So that's the term I want us to call it. We are going to demand for our money. When we are going, we invite the media so that nobody uses any state security to threaten or intimidate us. There's no law that bars us from demanding for our money or sitting there till we get paid, especially so when we cannot sit in our homes.
Can you describe to us some of the things that your members are going through because monies have not been paid, the difficulties you are going through because your monies have not been paid?
My brother, see, these things that we do, the foodstuffs that we supply, it's not like any other government contract that you are giving a mobilization. When a contract is given to you to go and procure the foodstuffs, you go, first of all, it involves huge capital. So it is either you have the money or you don't have, or you use your collateral, your property to go and secure the loan. And then, even at the bush, you don't sleep in a car and procure the goods. You involve drivers. You, after having secured the loan with interest, you involve drivers, you involve bagging and rebagging, all at the cost. So after all that, you are expected to wait maximum 3 months for you to get your money. But in our situation, sometimes you wait more than 3 months, 6 months. Then when you are getting paid, then you are over 300,000 Ghana cedis. How are you going to pay your loan? In fact, the prices at which you have been paid is the last year's price. How are you going to pay? Are you going to get your capital back? How are you going to even continue supplying? How are you going to survive on it as an individual businessman? Are you able to sit in your house? In fact, this has rendered some of the suppliers sick. Some are really, because of frustrations from creditors, calling them left, right, center. Police are chasing some of the suppliers for foods that they have supplied to the suppliers to go give to government, which have not been paid. There are serious police station issues that I respond to court every now and then to answer. Why must suppliers be subjected to this kind of situation when it is only a commitment from suppliers to support the government policy? Why must this thing be going on? People think that when government gives them appointment to sit in their offices, they are more intelligent than those who do the practical side of the job. People think that when they sit in their offices in air conditioning, it means they are better off. They can think faster than we people who are doing the donkey jobs. Charlie, we wake up midnight to go and procure this food from the hinterland. We transport and do rebagging, get people involved. then you with a stroke of your pen and sit in your office and say, I'm deducting you. Why would you go and conduct audit reports without my involvement?
All right.
You have not written any letter to us, no letter of any source,
All right.
even indicating that you are going to do an audit. Now
All
you're
right.
taking my money. We will collect that money back.
Very well. Thank you very much, Mr. Kweku Adedume, for speaking to us here on the Morning Star.
Thank you.
We're grateful. You just heard us speak to Kweku Amedume, spokesperson for the National Food Suppliers Association, saying they are going to use any means that they can go to the offices, the appropriate offices, and collect their monies. You're still listening to The Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM. We'll take a short break here. When we return, Kobe, Spiky, and Nkrumah is joining us in the studio. He was in a